I don't like whale or dolphin enclosures. I think intelligent species shouldn't be held in captivity, and the pools are always way too small. There's no way you're providing a natural environment there. I don't think I could go and watch one of those shows and enjoy it.
No.
Because I would just be like, oh, that's something. It makes my gut unsettle. Like, because you can't provide the space they need. Whales travel.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just zoos in general. Like, I get the same feeling when I go to zoos. I mean, I don't know, though, because sometimes an animal has been living in captivity so long.
Illegally.
It doesn't know. No. It's become domesticated. And if you were to throw it out in the wild, it would be like, fuck.
So...
What do you mean I'm not getting fed every day?
I think more and more zoos are either breeding in captivity, so that's all they know.
Yeah.
Or they're rescuing, that's why I liked the wildlife sanctuary in Colorado, is that it was a nonprofit, and they rescued animals that people obtained illegally. Like, they had bears living in, imagine a pool dugout, living in a cement thing with no foliage, barely fed. Real sad stories, tigers, lions, because that's what they have there primarily. They have bears, wolves, tigers, lions, and a couple panthers. And they got them all from, bad animal smuggler type deals.
I have no idea if this is true or not. This is, a rumor that I've heard before. But I've heard that there are more tigers in captivity in Texas than there are in the wild.
That would not surprise me. I think I remember hearing that, but...
Or not tigers and lions, big cats, I think you could categorize it at. There's more of them in captivity in Texas than there is in the wild.
I think they're talking about one breed of tiger.
Maybe.
Because tigers are on that endangered list.
So are lions.
Sure. But, if you're talking about all big cats as a whole, I still believe that there has to be more.
Yeah, who knows?
Because there's bobcats, there's lynx. We see those everywhere in Colorado.
I wouldn't consider those big cats. They're bigger cats, but they're not.
So you're talking jungle cats.
Yeah.
Or safari cats.
Lions, tigers. Yeah, lions and tigers. Those. Maybe leopards.
Could be. But just in the state of Texas, I know there's wildlife preservations, in the...
Yeah, but none of them are state controlled. They're all privately owned. So you can have whatever you want there. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass right now. I have no idea what the validity of that. But I also heard this story. Apparently, some man had a tiger living in an apartment in New York City. Just a full-grown tiger in his apartment.
Jesus.
Yeah. That'd be wild.
Well, and I think now, when they find tigers like that, they go to a wildlife sanctuary or they go to a zoo because they've lived in captivity. Imagine being an apartment tiger that goes out and they just throw you back in the jungle.
Yeah, there's a comedian that has a bit about that, just being
he'd be all dainty while
imagine just getting fed every day, getting treated nice, no predators to come get you, and then they throw you in the wild where you have to survive now. It's fuck, dude. Yeah. I'm sure it's not always like that. I'm sure
apes are another one that I'm those things are way too smart to be.
Yeah,
that's a hard one. And gorillas, because...
Yeah. That's where it gets interesting, where captivity kind of gets questionable, is when the animals are intelligent. When the animals are smart enough to comprehend that they can't be in captivity, or comprehend that they're in captivity.
Well, I don't mind... Sorry.
Give me one of those.
This one's empty. I don't mind, the Denver Aquarium.
Yeah.
But I would say that they don't have any super intelligent ones. They keep modest sizes. So they can provide the environment. The sharks are all smaller breeds of shark. Turtles, man, they just chill.
Yeah.
That alligator snapper they have there, man,
See, aquariums,
he looks like he's living his best life.
Yeah, obviously whales. You can't keep a whale in an aquarium.
Or
But, like,
dolphins.
but fish?
Yeah,
Like,
they don't.
especially freshwater fish. A freshwater fish living in a giant tank is the same thing as it living in a pond. You know?
I don't like touch tanks. Finding Dory ruined that for me.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm like, why? Those poor things. Like, because you imagine kids' greasy little fingers. Look, I work with kids. They snot all over me, and they, have greasy little fingers, and you tell them to be gentle, but they're all little Lennies.
That scene in Finding Dory, that whole scene, it's a callback to Saving Private Ryan, the D-Day scene. Like, you know how in that scene where the guy's like walking around the beach and everything's in slow motion and it's just boop and everyone's dying around him? That's literally what's happening in the touch tank scene in Finding Dory. Is he's just swimming around and everyone's like, just like it's supposed to be like that D-Day scene from.
I think so because isn't it the octopus that goes he's
who's
like,
in there,
oh no,
and he's just running around and everyone's getting fucked up.
Yeah, it's.
Everyone's screaming. Yeah,
I
it's
do
supposed
love
to be the
that
D-Day
movie,
scene.
though.
I thought that was a pretty dark thing to put in Finding Dory, a D-Day scene.
Well, you'll see in a lot of Disney movies. There's underlying dark themes that are wild.
Yeah.
Especially 90s Disney, dude. Have you ever seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Do you remember the main antagonist? That's the bad guy, right? Antagonist, is that the right word for the bad guy? I'm a writer, I should know this, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, so what does he say the whole time?
Yeah, he's talking about, like, the gypsies or...
Eradicating the gypsies.
Yeah.
And burning them all.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
It's like a...
I'll have to show it to you after this. There's, from 1945, Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene in that is brutal. It's basically, they're talking about pedophilia. And it's not subtle at all. Like, they're talking about, like, because it's Pinocchio, and this, like, guy, he's talking about, like, kidnapping these little boys and bringing them to this place. And then when they get to this place, they're no longer little boys anymore. And he, like, maniacally evil laughs. And then he's like, but to do it, you have to give me money if you want to go to this place. And it's like, it's very obviously talking about pedophilia. And I'll show it to you after.
Yeah. Well, a lot of those stories to the original stories aren't the Disney stories you see.
Yeah.
Today, because I think like Cinderella, like girls were like cutting their feet to fit in the slipper, and there was like, and then even after he finds his Cinderella, he like cheats on her, and like it wasn't happily ever after.
Yeah, a lot of those like Disney stories come from like German folklore that's dark as hell.
Yeah, Dwight goes into it in The Office too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he always has his German folklore, and he's, like, reading to the kids about little girls who suck their thumbs. And that guy that comes and cuts off their thumbs if they suck them, and it was little Sasha, Topi's daughter, I think. And Michael comes in and goes, Dwight, what are you doing? God, I love The Office. Watson, buddy, are you nervous because it's thunder, lightning, very, very frightening? Dude, he's looking thick.
The thick dog.
And he's so bad about going outside. He's a desert dog. I don't think he realizes that.
Oh, man. You would have been miserable in the desert.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have made it very far in the desert.
Nope.
Out there. Watson loves the winter, but he does not like summer. He runs outside as quick as he can to go to the bathroom and then comes right back in ready to sack out in front of the air conditioning.
Yep.
You're pretty pampered, buddy.
It's a good dog. Israeli Canids. Very specific dog breed. What, buddy?
Very talkative.
Yep.
Very whiny. His life is so hard. And everybody annoys him. Oh, he was waiting for an invite up to the couch.
Yeah, he's gonna sit up here with me.
Hey, buddy boy.
Hi.
Do you have anything to add to the podcast? No. 10 out of 10, good boy.
Yep, the goodest boy.
That's definitely not Bub. Bubs just likes to holler at us at a certain time. He was distracting me during the cemetery part because he was sitting here with a little hair tie on the floor and he is looking cute. He rolls on his back to play with things because he doesn't like moving a lot, so he just tosses it up in the air. We've got lazy animals.
Yep.
Where's the warthog?
Yeah, I don't know where she is.
She's probably laying on the cool floor, too. I think she gets hot, too.
Yeah, we had the coolest summer,
Mm-hmm.
and now September's here, and literally, the first week of September was the hottest it ever was throughout the summer.
Oh, yeah. And your Suburban's AC ain't working right, so that
Hell yeah.
freaking stinks.
It does stink.
It's weird because it, blows down on your feet, but it won't blow up top.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I don't know if that's just something where you need to go and, flush the system or whatnot.
Yeah, probably.
Or recharge it or something. I don't know. My dad always told me how to do it, and I never listened.
YouTube's got everything. I'll figure something out.
So, I have to show you a funny clip after this because I've been playing Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot like Dungeons and Dragons. And it's dice roll for, everything.
Yeah.
So I made a barbarian character. So intelligence and wisdom is pretty down.
Nice.
And her other skill points are in strength and I think dexterity because she's an elf. And she has a bit of animal handling. But anyways, we're on this mission, and this mirror is asking the barbarian questions. And earlier, I had picked up a journal, and I go, oh, look, it's like a medical journal. And then I set it back down, and Bug goes, did you read it? When the question, she goes, did you read it? And I said, yeah, I skimmed it. And, of course, the mirror asked a question that was in the doctor's journal. And so she clipped it and said, typical barbarian, didn't read the journal.
That's awesome.
Because I got it wrong and I got us killed.
Nice.
But I'll have to show you that clip because it's pretty entertaining. And I'm like, you know what, though? Even if I had remembered and I had done it, it seems very barbarian to not.
Yeah, definitely.
Stay true to the character.
Baldur's Gate. I've heard that's a pretty good game. I have a friend who plays it, but
Nice.
I never have. I'm on that Starfield right now. I'm going to play that after this. I'm going to get sucked into that game. I can already tell.
Is it... I'm pretty sure I know what friend because they told me that it was a good game. And
Probably.
they were enjoying it too because I have him added on Steam.
Yep.
More like family, right?
Yep.
Yep. Man, this is going to be great when we finally get videos set up so all our, viewers can watch Watson lick his crotch. Watson!
Oh, yeah.
Buddy!
That's the show.
Buddy, knock it off.
Well,
Come
do what he
on.
wants. He's not hurting anybody.
He don't need to be licking his wiener in front of us. Now he's
Fine.
licking your hand. He's so dainty. He's got his little paw up.
Yeah.
He's such a girl. He wasn't done with hugs. Yeah, I've been enjoying that video game. As well as Phasmophobia, as always. I died last night in Phasmo.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I thought I was hidden and this little child ghost got me.
Oh, man. Phasmophobia, that game looks fun. I've never played it because I don't play it much on
It's really
PC.
simple. The nice thing about Phasmophobia is, like, your round is anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes, maybe tops.
Really?
Yeah,
I like games like
so
that.
it's nice because you can go in and be like, okay, I'm down for 1 or 2, or you can go in and play for an hour and a half and get as many runs as you can. Obviously, the larger maps take a little more time. Sometimes it just takes a little more time finding evidence for the ghost and stuff. So it just really depends how fast the ghost gives you evidence and whatnot. But
Yeah.
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
I met some great people playing it, and usually play with the same people. I also met them through GTA and Red Dead as well. So
Red Dead is my all-time favorite video game. That was, I got, of all video games, at least for me, this is my personal opinion, that was the game that I got, like, addicted to. Like, I would, if that whole first week I was playing, if I was doing anything else, all I was thinking about is when I get to go play that next.
Yeah, that's how Baldur's Gate has been for me.
Really?
Yeah, I almost canceled this too, but I was
Wow.
like, my husband will murder me.
I won't murder you.
Yeah,
but...
you'll give me that look.
Yeah. Well, thank you for not canceling.
You wouldn't have let me cancel either.
Yeah, it definitely.
I would have come over and I'm not really feeling it, dude. And you're like, suck it up.
No.
I've actually been bragging about how this has been nice. You know,
it is nice
just to sit and it forces us to talk for an hour, and it's not like your typical how was your day, how was work, how was this. We're talking about something that interests us both in different ways.
Not only that too, but actually like thinking of places to like go out and explore to do episodes on gets us out of the house and it gets us doing stuff. So I mean, even if we never get any viewers ever, the creation of this is fun in itself. And that's the hobby.
I need you to, be out of the house more because all the animals have been all about you, including my goddamn cat.
Yeah.
It's because you're home with them all the time. And Mama just abandons them, and now all they want is your attention. Even when I get home, they get really excited, but they go to you. Like you had been gone the whole day.
Yeah.
The only ones that show me any sort of affection is the ducks when they honk at me when I come in. They hear that suburban door, so they start right before as I'm like parking and stuff. But as soon as they hear the suburban door close, they're like, ah, 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 ah. Like so loud. I probably peaked the mic there.
Fern has this sign right behind her desk. It says, "Warning: This property is protected by highly trained ducks.
Not responsible for injury or possible death."
The funny thing is those ducks are literally our security system. Anybody that comes in that driveway, they alert us before the dogs do.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was hilarious because I was like, wow.
I trained them.
I didn't expect us to have guard ducks.
I trained them. My other sign says, "Live, laugh, lobotomy."
Nice.
Oh, buddy.
The thunder's scaring him. But...
It's not. You baby them.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to baby my animals. That's what I do.
Nah, I kind of baby them too. This is so scary. It's not as bad as the guns. They don't like when they hear the shooting range.
Yep. They do not like the guns. Which is, it's funny because, like, Rosie, the other dog, loves lawnmowers, motorcycle engines, and any kind of like engine motor that's loud. She loves it. She gets all excited.
Like our neighbor this morning was.
Yeah, in the excavator.
In the cat, yeah.
Yeah, she gets all excited for it, but the second she hears the guns, game changer. She's terrified.
Do you have to go potty? Is it time for Mom and Dad to end?
I think it is. Sounds good to me. All right.
And scene.